South Africa is not the only country that has gone through a redress process. Redress is a legitimate process that countries that acknowledge their past would go through. All right. So South Africa needs to understand that. The countries that are progressive, whose economies are doing very well, are countries that are inclusive. Black people have been excluded, not necessarily by individuals, but by the system. Only 10% of the population own over 90% of the economy, all right? So you need to redress that. You need now to bring black people into the mainstream economy. The intention is not to exclude anybody from the economy, but to facilitate the entry by those that were excluded, all right? So our job as the B Commission, as a regulator, is that there are requirements that companies are required to implement. So now our job is to ensure that they implement it properly.
Integrity looks deeper. In other words, what impact, honestly, is one making. Zodwa has done that through assisting, for example, in the formation of meaningful trusts. That's integrity applied towards changing the economic landscape. Part of what I do is to empower people. I have managed to touch more people with information that I have managed to tap from her. She has what it takes to make an impact, in particular on society-driven initiatives.
So integrity really is about those values, those principles that are non-negotiable. We do not look at who is behind the complaint. We look at the issues so that we do not deal with people because it's so and so. Because immediately when you start doing that, you affect the integrity of the organization itself. So integrity means that you are fair, you are transparent. Whatever you do in the public, you will also do when nobody's watching.
What kills this country and makes it harder for us to achieve our dreams and aspirations is because people who occupy critical roles and critical positions are driven by their stomachs, even if it damages society, even if it's not making the desired impact. So the real wish for South Africa is to have people who have skills, people who have integrity, people who have context, what we call contextual intelligence, and people who want to leave this country better than the way they found it. And that's what we need as a country. And Zodwa is one example and few examples of people that have been able to do that and achieve that in a very outstanding and in a consistent manner over a number of years.
Government is supposed to be trusted by its people. So as public servants, we've got an obligation to make sure that the public can have confidence in us. Corruption should be the first one. You know, we should not really tolerate that. And it is us, public service, that's going to turn that tide.
Now, I've known Zodwa and Ntuli, it must be 15 years now. Certainly, she's been involved with the public sector that long. She developed something called the alternate dispute resolution mechanism, which is not going to cost you much, because when you're fighting for something, you invariably don't have the money of the big boys, in inverted commas. So she did that, and many of her colleagues in other departments took that over. So she's incredibly innovative. Her attitude towards being frank as well as open, because for us to achieve accountability, you cannot only have transparency. You need someone being able to work with you. And that is a rare, rare quality among public officials. And these are qualities that Zodwa Ntuli has.
The Commission has got, I think its mandate is bigger than the institution itself. The issue of inequality in this country is just too big. So at times when you work, you feel like you're not doing enough. You're not doing anything, because you can stay here until very late at night, and tomorrow you still have the same challenges. We've got other people that are resisting, but they're resisting something they don't know. So if we get them to understand and appreciate, then we can all work from the same page, but also not with the letter of the law, but with the spirit with which the law was intended. It is important that we focus and face this challenge and achieve it. It's going to be a long way. That is the challenge of the Commission, but then we have got to work with everybody else in the country.